Good morning, everyone. I'm Vignesh Raman. My student ID is 2009973. Today, we're going to talk about the renewable energy trends. So, in the introduction, it's the value of the market at the end of 2020 was at 881.7 billion USD. The growth rate at 8.4% CAGR. Expected growth of 1977.6 billion USD at the end of 2030. Renewable energy sector only addresses 7% of the total demand of the energy globally. So the scope of the project is the initial infrastructure costs of the renewable energy overshadow the other costs. Other factors including time, which might affect the initial investment decision of any renewable energy source. Additionally, specific types of renewable energy are limited to specific geographical locations. So the geographical factors are the demand for energy has been the major factor in the rise of the popularity. The institutional barriers in the region due to business environment and the policy structure was also significant in the past. While the majority of the development of the renewable energy sources have been developed in the Western countries, this does not say much about the potential demand but the availability of the resources for the initial infrastructure development. Looking at the market, Asia Pacific environment friendly power market size is projected to develop at a CAGR of 9.6%. The hydroelectric power is expected to develop at a CAGR of 6.5%. China turned into world's biggest maker of bioelectricity in 2017. The prerequisite of geothermal force is relied upon to incremental essentially with ascent sought after for power. So the government regulations are there was a recent shift in the trend of localized energy procurement. The community choices of aggregation CCA policy are a part of this trend of developments. Various government uses the community-based renewable energy source while still utilizing their existing provider for the transmission and distribution of the power, which offsets the interim cost for infrastructure to a degree. The growth potential for the poorer development countries in the Asia Pacific is therefore redefined by this new trend. So we look into the consumer behaviors here. The main factor for quantifying the benefits of the renewable energy projects is based on the financial feasibility. Rural electrification project might carry payment risk for the individual customers, which might affect the financial feasibility. These not only affect the project benefits but also increase the quantity of life of the citizens in these regions. This is only one example of the consumer behavior change due to the development of the renewable energy source, which is different from the different types of consumers like the domestic users, industrial users, and the rural cooperatives. Key trends and developments. The key trends are responsible for the development of the power systems that utilize the renewable energy source in small scale are based on the availability of various sources of the renewable energy. There are some models that can be applied where the private public partnership or the cooperative model is applied in the systems to provide power to the various households in the rural regions. The possibility of the systems to meet the need is very high as well as the compensation for the ability to pay for consumers who are in most cases disadvantaged and impoverished. The community choice aggregation policy are another factor that needs to be considered for the development as the other solutions for the renewable power are too costly due to the fact that the initial investment for the infrastructure costs. This a cost sensitive way for achieving the goals. The overall understanding of the needs of the consumers, the benefits offered by the small scale systems being implemented in various locations are therefore based on the new policy and business models. Thank you.